What's up, YouTube? It's Dom Universe. Now, it's kind of moist out here. It was raining and shit. But today's topic is something that was recommended to me by my guy Aaron fucking Lee. Now, I want to talk to everybody about crystal children. Well, not crystal children, but star seeds, because I know some of the people who watch my videos are star seeds. And everybody not a star seed. I want people to know that. And some star seeds share the same traits and characteristics. So, in case you was wondering what star seed you are, or wondering if you were an indigo, a crystal, or a rainbow, today is your lucky day. Now, one thing, or some of the things that star seeds have in common is things like low body heat, low body temperature. I definitely got that because I don't have hypothermia or anemia, but I do get cold when it's hot weather. Now, we got like intense eyes. So some people got like big ass eyes, some people got just intense strong eyes. Now, I don't know about that. With me, I've been told I have some nice eyes. I look at my eyes and all I see is some long ass eyelashes. But yeah, a lot of star seeds tend to like to stay up at night. Some suffer from insomnia, but most of the time it's not insomnia. It's just we stay up at night. We don't sleep. We can strive off of not much sleep, and I definitely do that a lot. Like, I'll get up and I'll work at 6 a.m. but I'll be going to sleep at like 10, 11, 12, sometimes 1 in the morning, because I have shit to do at night. I study at night. Like, I'll be up just looking at interest and stuff. Not that it's mandatory, but it's just, I feel like I don't get enough time in the day to do everything and get everything out of me, because I'm a fucking indigo. I got a lot of fucking energy. Now, another thing that starseeds experience or feel is like they have a short time on this planet, and that they have a short time to get their goals done before they die. And it's so crazy because I've been thinking about that lately, and I've been like that for a while. Like, I feel like I have so much to do here on this planet, but it's like life is moving fast as fuck. It's moving fast as shit. So it's like, am I going to be able to get everything done before I ascend to a higher dimension? I know it's a lot of people out here who feel like that and feel like they have to save up a certain amount. It's just you feel like life is too short. But yeah, anyway, a lot of us starseeds, we feel like we don't have a connection to people who we love, like our family, our friends. Even if you have a spiritual awakening, you feel this with your partner. We don't feel that connection to certain family members and shit. That is because you subconsciously know that, and your higher self knows that the people the family you are birthed in is not your soul family. That is not your family that you are a part of outside of this life in the higher dimensions. I want y'all to know that. Just because you are assigned to a family don't mean that's your real family. You got to remember, when you die, you leave them here. And when you wake up, all of them cannot wake up. Your whole family not going to be able to wake up. Some of your family are backdrop people. Some of your family are demons. Some of your family just don't give a fuck about the spiritual knowledge. Some of them just are conscious beings with no soul. They're just a part of this matrix, because I noticed that with some family members, when I would say certain shit to them, it's like they not that interested, or they not all the way there to even be able to understand certain knowledge, because they not meant to. You're this old and you still don't understand. But yeah, some star seeds are unexpected children. Some, you may call them mistakes, but everybody, it's not a fucking mistake. Now let's check this out. I myself was an unexpected child. My mom had me when she was 17. Well, she was pregnant with me at 17 and had me at 18. So I'm a bit more than half her age. She is, and she doesn't even look her age. And my mom is actually psychic, so I think she could be one. She could be I don't know. She's just psychic. That's why I came out how I am. She actually has some clairvoyancy. She has a strong intuition. She knows a lot without knowing. She has some claircognizance too. But anyway, feel like some people, they feel like they miss home and they don't even know what the fuck a home, like they don't know what the fuck home is. So that's because you know that your soul comes from a higher dimension. Your higher self knows this. Your higher self is telling you shit throughout your whole life. It's just that we don't grow up in tune with our body thanks to this environment and this system that we live in. So a lot of people don't understand like why they feel certain ways when they go places, or why they feel lazy at school or bored at church, or like they don't want to be there at work, because you know you're not supposed to be at these places. These places are part of the fucking matrix. This is not your home. This is not your home. We are from different star constellations. My soul happens to be from the Sirius star constellation. My God is Ra. I mean, Osiris is my God, of course, yeah, but that is where the North Star is. And just do your research on that. But a lot of starseeds also are diagnosed with things like just disabilities or disorders when they born. So asthma is also one of them. And I was actually, so when I was born, I have asthma, but when I was born, it started as bronchitis, and then it transformed into asthma. You get me? So all this shit is not no coincidence. And everybody that's watching, when you watching this video and I'm spitting all this shit and I'm telling you all this stuff, and you feel like I'm talking to you, and you feel it in you, that is you understanding. You are understanding, and you know that I'm talking to you. You gonna know that you a crystal. You gonna know that you a starseed if you watching this video. But a lot of us starseeds also suffer from traumatic experiences. So whether it be from your family, whether it be from school, or something that happened to you when you was younger and it still affects you today, we gotta learn to let go of the past. And sometimes I heard a quote from one of Kevin Gates' new songs. He said something about you have to revisit the past. Sometimes you have to revisit the past in order to heal. That's fucking true, because if you don't forgive, like let's say you got hurt by somebody, right? And that hurt transforms you into the person you are, but you are still hurt about that situation, or you still dwell on that situation in your mind. That not only does that cause depression, but that keeps you living in the past, and you don't have enough, you're not making enough time for the present. And it also affected you and made you who you are. So let's say you were told, like as a child, you were in school and you wanted to speak your mind in front of the class, and somebody told you was wrong, or told you to shut up or something. And ever since that time, you probably live your life not knowing when to speak or not. Or you probably got anxiety, your throat chakra fucked up, you don't like to speak out in public, or you stutter, or your fucking tongue get caught when it's time for you to talk. Shit like that. And most of us starseeds we have psychic abilities. I'm not gonna say most, I'm saying most, as in most of us, we realize it at a young age. You remember, children are pure. They know we have superpowers. They have the biggest imagination, right? So as a child growing up, I always felt like I had this fucking power, like I was an angel, like I was just something. Like I was something other than a fucking human. I always felt like I was greater and supposed to be here for greater. I always knew I was supposed to be here to change the world. I will always in my mind imagine myself able to make anything happen with like power. Just like I had some type of power. Now that I'm into spirituality, I understand, and now I realize that I've always been able to do that. And anybody can. We all are psychic. We are all psychic. Not just the starseeds, but everybody is psychic. But with star children, we have these psychic abilities, specific psychic abilities. We have stronger psychic abilities than the average human, because star seeds were sent here for specific purposes in order to change the world, to help the world advance spiritually. Because if you look, think about it, the source see everything that's happening on this planet. It's going to send some fucking help, right? The fucking source gotta send help, right? Us star seeds are the fucking help. And then you have light workers. But some star seeds classify themselves as light workers. I classify myself as a light worker. But a lot of us growing up, us star seeds, when we in school, we tend to feel like we don't fit in. I'm making this video gonna be long, by the way, so I want y'all to know that. When we in high school or middle school, elementary, whatever, we tend to feel like we don't fit in. Some of us progressively start to feel like that. Some of us don't feel like that until we graduate. We start to lose friends, or we just don't talk to anybody. We walk around quiet. You probably felt like, oh, these people, the people in your school who you would call popular, these people you probably look at like they lame, or you just don't hang around them, or you just don't relate to them. So you probably sit in class by yourself, or you probably sit in class quiet. You probably sit at the lunch table by yourself. I was somewhat like that, but I had a lot of friends. But at the same time, I started drifting away from them as I was getting older and going to higher grades in school. I started progressively losing friends and stopping talking to everybody. So maybe my spiritual awakening started earlier than I think, but this year, it was just. But that, to me, I guess it just means, I take it as me reaching a new level of consciousness, because I could recall many times where I've experienced like an awakening. So it wouldn't necessarily be an awakening. It would be you raising your consciousness and gaining more awareness. Awaken, awareness, very similar words. But all the situations, a lot of people had spiritual awakenings years ago. Some of us, we are all born with our first eye open. And at like 12 years old, as we go through puberty, most humans' first eye closed. First eye, third eye, ajna chakra, pineal gland, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Now, most indigos' first eye do not close. And it's active as fuck. And a lot of them are overactive, so they experience like dark shit. Now, that being said, all of the fucking starseeds are talented. Period. They're talented. Whether you know your talent or not, you are put here with great fucking abilities. You are talented. You are everybody who, I'm not saying people who ain't starseeds aren't talented, but you got to realize something. Starseeds are more advanced than the average soul. We come here with special fucking abilities. And we also, this mainly pertains to crystal children, but a lot of us starseeds are very protective over the fucking planet. And I'm not a crystal child, and that's me like a motherfucker. I'm protective of the planet. I see somebody drop something, I'm automatically gonna think this person is a fucking jackass. I pick up stuff off the ground. I'm not in the National Honor Society, but I pick shit up off the ground and put it in the garbage. I don't throw shit on the ground. When you do shit like that, you are worsening the fucking Earth's health. You are lowering the vibration. You are like, you just littering on the planet. What is you throwing the shit on the planet for? Just throw it in the garbage. It's waste. I even feed animals. I be feeding animals. If I got food in my pocket, I'm going to share. It's like, I'm not going to be stingy with my food. If I feel like, oh, this is Mother Earth coming to me, so I'm going to just give this deer a piece of my Pop-Tart. Throw the fucking Pop-Tart. You know what that do? That raise the vibration of the fucking Earth. Because what? That animal is a cell of the Earth. We are all connected to this planet. So when we do good deeds, it raises the vibration of the fucking planet. We are the cells of the planet. Now that all that is out the way, I want to get into the types of starseeds. But I'm going to leave a link in the description that talks about traits and things for other starseeds and whatnot. But first off, we're going to start off with yours truly, the the indigo. Now, the indigo is the first starseed. I'm an indigo. I know a few indigos. Indigos, they tend to they were what year was it? Indigos incarnated on this planet in the 1950s to the 1990s, and I was born in 96, so I'm 22 going on 23. Us indigos are what are called advanced souls or warrior souls. We have the sixth. We are center in our first eye, so that means we have the second strongest chakra. I mean, the second strongest aura in the auric field on the color spectrum. So we gonna go down a list of characteristics that pertains to the indigo child, and this will help you understand or know if you are one. Are you ready? Now, indigo children are they are hypersensitive, basically hyperactive, or have a lot of energy. We all know that. And they don't, most of us, or most indigos don't know how to transmutate their energy. So it just be in all types of different places in our body and in our mind. Since that's why a lot of them have bipolar type of symptoms, because all their energy is channeled into too much energy be channeled into too many in the emotion. So let's say you feel anger, they might put too much energy into the anger emotion, and this is why a lot of indigo children have anger issues. I had anger issues. I talked about this in a couple videos. When I was growing up, I had issues. I talked about me elbowing a pregnant woman in the stomach. It wasn't, and as a matter of fact, that shit wasn't even on purpose. I'm not even gonna hold you. It was actually me being a rebellious fucking indigo, because another trait of an indigo is we are very rebellious. And who is a better candidate to rebel against the fucking government and system other than a fucking indigo? But yeah, we are very rebellious and hard-headed. I'm hard-headed as fuck. Like, I could be at any job I've ever had. When they you know how they break down the rules to you of things you can and can't do before you start working, and they get to that part where they tell you no cell phones or headphones. I'll be the main motherfucker in the building with my phone out, or with my cell phone on the first day of work. I'm fucking hard-headed. It's hard to not be hard-headed sometimes, but yeah. And then we are very rebellious, so when we told to do something, we do the exact fucking opposite. And when we told we can't do something, we are going to ask why? Because we have a natural curiosity, and everybody is supposed to have a natural curiosity. That's why we are here to teach you that. You have to question everything. When you question everything, you get closer to the truth. I've grown up with a natural curiosity. I ask questions, period. Like, even if it's something I know that's mandatory, I'm gonna be like, why do I have to do this? Why what the fuck? Because some things is just like, for example, say you gotta wear a uniform at work. I'm gonna be like, what the fuck do I need this for? They know I work here. But yeah, indigos are also, they're natural leaders. I'm a natural leader. I lead people in anything. Like, it could be work. It could be a sport. It could be any type of activity. It could be on a video game. Anything. I be leading people. I lead people. I'm the fucking leader. I'm the goddamn leader. But nah, it's just mainly like, I tapped into that leadership power not too long ago, because I felt like when I get into like group projects or whatever, anything that concerned a group, I would not give a fuck who is the leader. But it then eventually dawned on me that I can be a fucking leader too. Like, certain things in my life I started to realize over time and start to feel different about. And I'm like, that's masculine. Being the leader, that's some masculine shit to me as well. But that's some alpha shit as well. I used to be into that whole social hierarchy, alpha, beta, omega shit, but fuck all that. Another thing is, I think I said this, but empaths are sensitive. I mean, indigos are sensitive, and they are also sometimes empaths. And what this means is, you are sensitive to energy, you sensitive to other people's emotion. You probably feel all type of energies when you get told something or you see or feel something, you will probably feel a lot of sadness. All your energy will be in the sadness emotion. All your energy could be in the fucking happy emotion. Now, when I said hypersensitivity earlier about the energy, sometimes on random occasions, especially when I'm happy as fuck, I feel that energy surging through my whole body, and sometimes I let it out. I exert that energy by sometimes I scream. It don't be a loud scream, but it just be like some shit like that. And like I just like you know when somebody like excited as fuck, they are just shaking their hands and shit like that. I do shit like that. But yeah, that's that hypersensitivity. That's that energy. I just don't be sometimes knowing what to do with the energy. So it's just like I let it out with happiness, like But yeah, and that's actually a type of therapy, yelling to get emotions out. I forgot what type. I think it's called a some type of bioenergetics. When you can let out a certain emotion by yelling. So if you have like, especially this for people who have trapped emotions, you let that energy up, you bring it up, and then you especially if it's anger. If your boss pissed you off at work and you holding on to that anger, wait till you get off work and you let that out. But I used to do that to get in the zone. I don't do it no more. Indigos are specifically sent here to change the world, to advance also spiritually, to break down the walls of fucking capitalism, to go against old beliefs. And y'all know me, I go against the fucking all that religious bullshit, because it's bullshit. It's all lies. Religion ain't nothing but GMO fucking spirituality. Religion is fucking GMO spirituality. It's GMO spirituality. It's not even real. Like it's man-made. It's all information from our ancestors, but told backwards, because the word Greek means backwards. Greek is one of the ones who went and took all the information off the walls of Kemet and the pyramids and made their little theology with all the gods and shit, and it's all told backwards, and all the gods have fucking backward stories and whatnot. It's just retold stories of Egypt. Told backwards, and the word Greek means backwards. So y'all gotta do y'all research. A lot of us indigos are androgynous. So I talked about this a few times. Androgynous means you could be a person, you could be a male who looks like a balance of a male and a female, or you could look like a balance of male and female, or you can be a male who looks feminine in the face, or you can be a woman who looks masculine in the face, or looks like both. That's a tip. Look at me. Like, oftentimes throughout my years, I've been mistaken as a girl. I've been mistaken as gay. I've been mistaken as I've been called feminine, etc. Or people wonder if I'm like a metrosexual or some shit. I'm what you people would call heterosexual. So but anyway, yeah, as the name implies, indigos have an indigo aura and are very fucking sensitive, and that's not just with energy. So we have a strong intuition. So the third eye, the first eye, pineal gland, is associated with the intuition. So the intuition is where you can it's right there in the middle of your forehead, but at the same time it's connected to your body. When you using your third eye, you are combining feminine and masculine energy together. So you using your mind and your body at the same time. All your intuition is you having like a claircognizance, you knowing things. So us indigos can sense when somebody is feeling a certain emotion. We can sense when somebody lying. We know it, and I definitely know it. I be knowing shit about people they don't think I know. I be knowing when certain people not feeling okay. You come in my house or I see you, I'ma just look at you. I'ma examine your body language. I'ma examine the tone of your voice. I'ma examine how you talking to me, and I'm going to know you're depressed or something is going on at home. And sometimes I feel bad when I experience stuff like that. But anyway, us indigos have a low tolerance for stupidity, period. Just like I said something about on my Instagram story. I said y'all be sending me some ignorant messages on my email or DM. I be sometimes looking at y'all messages when y'all ask me certain shit, and I just look at it like, dude, what the fuck, or bruh, cause sometimes people send me shit that you can research. You can research the shit. Some of the shit y'all say. I'm not saying don't message me, because some of the stuff I may look at your message and I might be misunderstanding it. So I'm gonna sit there and read it if I think I'm misunderstanding your message. But it is hard. It's stupidity is fucking annoying. So if we feel like somebody being stupid, either we gonna get pissed off or we just gonna ignore it. And some messages, I don't like to ignore people when y'all coming to me for help. But if it's something, I feel like if you were to come, because this has happened a few times, where a person come and say, I researched this, but if you researched the stuff that y'all be saying y'all researched, you would have the answers. Y'all gotta realize you cannot get all the answers from somebody. You have to do your research, even if the person who giving you the answers has all the answers. But nobody has all the answers. But anyway, if you getting answers from somebody, you cannot keep expecting answers, because you cannot learn if you're just getting answers. And just because you get answers, you have to look into those answers. Because just because you know something, just because somebody give you a piece of information, that don't mean you understood it, right? You may have believed it, but that don't mean you understood it. You may go and share that information with somebody, but just because you agree with that information or you share it, that does not mean you understood it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the indigos. Now we going on to the crystal children. Now the crystal children are people who was born from the 80s all the way to the 90s, or no, from the 80s to the 2000s. These people are birthed by some of the indigos. Some of them are birthed by indigos. Some just their soul is incarnated inside of a body, or they incarnate inside of just a body. But crystal children originally are birthed from indigo people. Dope as fuck. The whole Starseed shit is dope as fuck if you get more into it and you learn about it. Because anyway, whatever. The people who are crystal children are sent here to help people evolve spiritually. These people also have a spiritual connection with all life forms. They have a spiritual connection with animals, bugs, humans, plants. They love the earth. They want to take care of the earth. These are the people who you may see today, who you may get hippie vibes from. These people are also kind-hearted and soft. These people are probably love deprived and need love from other people. These people are also sometimes diagnosed with different forms of autism. And one thing you need to know about autism, because I think all disabilities have a meaning for why people have them. And I believe some disabilities and people who are deformed from karma, and some are like that because some of these disabilities they call you special when you have a disability, or you're, and I quote, retarded. I think you really are special if you have that, because these disabilities like indigo, the ADHD, that means you have a lot of energy. You can manifest very fast if you have a lot of energy. And that's just one thing. That's just me though. I just feel like that. But what else we got? Oh, and like I was trying to say, the autism, the disability, I feel like people who are autism, they got autism because, look, check this out. If you know anything about people with autism, and you know there are different types of autism and there is a fucking spectrum for autism, and ADHD is on there. But sometimes I used to feel like I had autism. I was starting to think like, oh shit, why is my brain like this? Why am I thinking like this? Why am I hearing all these voices and shit in my head? Now my fucking mind is at ease, often. Mainly because sometimes I get hella downloads of information out of nowhere. Sometimes I feel like I have to tell people. And another thing, before I get more deep into the crystal children, you can have the same traits as other starseeds, but that don't mean you are that starseed. But out of these all of these starseeds, you are gonna know I'm talking to you. You're gonna understand it. I want y'all to not listen with your ears, listen with your intuition. If I think sometimes when y'all watch my videos, I think y'all should listen. Yeah, technically listen with your ears, but I want y'all to more so listen and not pay too close attention with your eyes. And because what you are doing when you do this, you letting your soul listen. And when your soul hears certain shit, it's gonna resonate with you. It's gonna resonate with your soul. Some people have come to me and told me they feel my information when I'm telling it. They feel it in them. They feel like they lived what I'm saying. They feel like it makes them feel something. Some people tell me they feel connected to me. So that's not no coincidence. They hear certain stuff and they vibrate out of my mouth. Now what does that sound like? But anyway, another thing about crystal children is they are born with a lot of wisdom. They have a lot of wisdom and intelligence, just like an indigo. They come from the fucking indigo, but they have a lot of wisdom. These people, a lot of these people are into spirituality, and they like to get into things like being a monk or a nomad, and like to just travel around and whatnot, like just on some hippie shit. These people are mad hippie like. But yeah, and these people are also fearless. And another thing, I went on a tangent there. I forgot to get back into the thing about the autism. One more thing about the people with autism, because a lot of crystal children have autism. And just because you got autism don't mean you retarded, don't mean you can't speak. It's just a way your mind works. And a lot of people with autism, especially the ones who don't talk, they have very fucking creative minds. Just because they don't talk don't mean they don't have strong ass. These people are very fucking creative. They have very large creative energy. They have a wild imagination. But anyway, moving on. These people. Oh, and now we moving on to the last ones, the rainbow children. Now, I want to say, I feel like I dated a rainbow child. And I've talked to many of them, because these people are young. These people are new souls. These souls are new. Just because you were born here, like just because you a newborn baby, that don't mean your soul is new. Most of our souls are old as fuck. Most of the people here have been reincarnated hundreds of thousands of times. So rainbow children's souls had just been birthed into existence and then incarnated onto this planet. Indigos have been here the longest out of the three. Then you have children. No, indigo souls are older than a crystal's. Then the crystal soul is older than a rainbow. The rainbow children, they are very strong-willed and carry a lot of love and joy. They are very high vibrational people. They are born with 9 density consciousness, and that is the dimension that's associated with the collective consciousness. So those people are here to connect everybody back together. They are the last generation. They are the ones who are supposed to, because the indigos are the ones supposed to pave the way for the crystals, and then the crystals are supposed to pave the way for the rainbow children. The rainbows are often their aura is rainbow. I don't necessarily know what color the crystal is. They say it's like transparent for the crystals. But anyway, the rainbow children have a rainbow aura. So what does that equal? Love and oneness, right? That means you have they crown chakra is open. What is the crown chakra associated with when you open it? Unconditional love. So they are here to spread also light. Light. Enlightenment. The light bulb over your head. The halo. Crown chakra. They are already enlightened when they are born. This is why I'm telling y'all. All their chakras are open. They are hella fucking confident. They are very psychic. They are very intuitive. They are very high vibrational. And another thing is since they are new souls, they come here with zero karma. And another thing about rainbow children, ironically, a lot of them are going to want to, when I say it oneness, they're going to want all people to love, all people be connected, and that includes homosexuals. Just like how I want everybody to be connected and not feel disconnected from homosexuals just because they are just because they are the same polarity. So I've talked to a lot of these over the years, and I noticed people who are young and born in the 2000s, they are okay with trying females, a woman. I'm talking about the females that are rainbows. I've noticed that they have no problem trying women. I've talked to many. They have no problem with being bi-curious. They don't find that gay. They don't find that homosexual. They see nothing wrong with it. They will still like men, but will try females. And a lot of them are also pansexual. And if you don't know what pansexual is, that just means you are attracted to whatever the fuck you want to be attracted to. Now, the parents of the rainbow children are the crystal children. Rainbow children come from crystals. Now, I do think that indigos can have crystal children if they were to have children around this time. And I think rainbow children will just have more rainbow children. Rainbow children can manifest things very fast, and that's another thing I noticed, because my ex, I told her, and I think that she was a rainbow because she carries some of these characteristics, and I told her. And I noticed anytime she would believe something would happen for her, a lot of times it would happen. So and she wasn't a very good person, so I wondered, how the fuck do people who are not good people still manifest things into their life? That is because they are tapping into a 5D energy. They tap into 5D energy, which means there is no polarity. They believe, and they have a service to self mindset, which is a part of the 5D and 4D consciousness. Service to self and service to others. They are also born with a lot of energy, creative energy, and these people are also healers. So, like I was telling y'all, everybody came here with a special task. And by everybody I mean the Starseeds. We are here to advance everybody spiritually, spread oneness. I want y'all to know, before I end this video, I talked about this once, about this time. I don't remember where it was. I didn't do that much research on it, but I know I think it was Texas. I may be wrong, but you can look up what I'm about to say. There were a group of people who was being attacked by police. It was police brutality or whatever, and the people fought back, and all they had was sticks and stones. So all I'm saying, and this is why my truth about racism video got took down, because they was basically trying to say I was trying to tell people to go attack, but that's not what I was doing. But I'm gonna reword it so that people can better understand. What I was saying is, when people get together, they create a big ass spirit. Remember, I told y'all we can create spirits here in this life. All it takes is just putting a lot of energy into something, especially if you focused on one thing, the same thing at a time. Y'all all got this one image in your head, which is a person who y'all fighting against. Y'all all have that image of that person, so y'all are sending that spirit towards that person. What is this spirit called? It's called a ka. The word ka means spirit. It's a big ass, when it's a bunch of people together, y'all make a big ass spirit called a ka. It's called a Ka. The word is spelled Ka, just Ka. Is just like the Merkaba, the colored light body or spirit body. Ba means body. Mer is colored. Mer means colored. So what is a Merkaba? That's your Merkaba light ship. You're gonna need that if you want to get the fuck out of this life. You can learn how to activate it. I haven't got too much into Merkaba activation, but when I do, I don't see too much information. So sometimes I just go to something else. But there is a lot of information, nonetheless. Don't think that is not enough information. I want people to learn about the Merkaba. And actually, I'm going to learn more and I'm going to talk about it. So anyway, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. All the starseeds are put here to help the planet, raise the vibration, help them spiritually advance. And like I was trying to say about the Ka, the big ass spirit, you can compare this. You can think of this like the Susanoo from Naruto. It's just like that. It's a big ass spirit that'll protect you. And when everybody is together, they create a big ass Ka. This is why people, this also another thing about people all being together is just like at the Super Bowl. When people at the Super Bowl, they are all together focused on one thing, right? When they at these Super Bowls, there are rituals being performed on everybody. Everybody has the same image in their head when they looking at something, right? So y'all all focused on what? The performance. And during that performance, there's a ritual going on. And sometimes these things happen where people get brainwashed. This is just like hypnosis. When the people when a hypnosis come to a place and they in a group of people and they hypnotize the whole place. This is why it's not that safe to be around big crowds. And I don't want people to feel like they can't go out, but you do need to be aware of your surroundings, especially when you're in big crowds. Like they say, you might not think people watching you, but people do be watching you. And some people can feel that shit. And you want to know how, and people who don't believe that people can feel people staring. I know a lot of people do believe it, but people who don't think there's a spiritual meaning behind it. I actually used to do this thing in school. I used to do random shit. And I would sometimes stare at a classmate at the temple of their head. I'm not saying this is actually how you do this. I'm not saying this is a fucking magic trick or anything. But what I would do, I would just stare at them until they look at me. Just to confirm that people can feel you staring. Because what are you doing when you're staring at somebody and you focused on them, you gazing on them? You giving them your energy. They feel your energy. But that's pretty much it. Starseeds. I'm gonna wrap this up right now. Dom Universe taking off. Like, subscribe. I love you all. Peace.